There has been no better time in recent history to be marketing on social media as today. It's a bold statement, but it's true. My name is Jason Baumann. I'm from Boxless Media, and today we're going to talk about why it's important for you to be marketing on social media right now during this crazy time of the coronavirus. Let's talk about the numbers. Overall, sources are reporting that there's been a 30% increase in screen time since the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic. Facebook has seen a, quote, unprecedented increase in the consumption of news articles, said one of their lead data scientists. Facebook has also had so much traffic that last week, even with one of the best networks available, they experienced bandwidth issues. 70% increase in Facebook Messenger group video calls. A 70% increase week over week. So people are spending more and more time on group video calls via Facebook Messenger, and the time that they're spending is doubling as well. Social media companies like ours are seeing as much as a 75% increase in engagement on social media posts. And TikTok is exploding with the widespread school closures. The numbers are there. People are on social media now. So it's time that we start looking at this and saying, how can we as a business take advantage of this time when people are on social media more than ever? Sometimes we have to think about our business model. Right now, the models at several businesses are changing. Gyms are offering online workout classes to keep their members engaged. E-commerce is surging because people don't want to leave their homes to go shopping. Universities are offering online courses and workshops. Restaurants are pushing harder on online ordering apps or deliveries. And those online delivery services are booming. In a time of economic struggle, your business can be booming too if you think about your model. There's an old adage in advertising. When times are good, you should advertise. But when times are bad, you must advertise. So when others are not advertising, there's less to compete with. It gives you a stronger positioning in advertising. It's a great reason to advertise when times are rough. Brands that also advertise during those rough times demonstrate a sense of corporate stability. So those who can advertise when times are rough are seen as the stable companies that will come through at the end. Advertising is also cheaper, both online and everywhere else. Newspapers, radios, everyone is offering incentives to advertise now because supply is down. So they don't have as many people advertising, so they're offering better rates. We've seen this firsthand. Also, it's always great to prepare for that comeback. So being in front of customers, so when I decide to come back out into the normal times when you can go to a restaurant and eat out, it's important to be ready for that. So advertising in those rough times increases the chance for a strong comeback. So let's talk about cereal in the 1920s. What does that have to do with advertising in rough times? Well, some of the roughest times the United States has ever experienced were during the Great Depression of the 1920s. Post was the market leader in the 1920s in the cereal market. During the Depression, Post cut its advertising, and Kellogg doubled their spend investing in radio ads for this new cereal called Rice Krispies. Kellogg's profits grew by 30% and became the new market leader in that category and continued to be that leader for decades later. Now let's talk restaurants in the 1990s. From 1990 to 1991, there was a recession. McDonald's decided to halt their advertising while Taco Bell and Pizza Hut decided to invest more. Guess what happened? Pizza Hut and Taco Bell both increased their sales by almost as much as 40%, where McDonald's decreased their sales by more than 28%. Advertising during rough times is important, and it's been proven time after time that it will help a business be stronger. Plus, nowadays, people are turning digital. Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and Amazon Prime Video are booming in views. Zoom. Everyone's on Zoom right now. Whether you're watching a TV station that's broadcasting from a Zoom or you're having a Zoom conference with your friends on a Friday night, or you're having a Zoom lecture, or you're interviewing several people during a Zoom room. Zoom is huge right now. It didn't have that share 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago before this pandemic. Content is changing online to share more video and video chatting, and all the social media platforms are booming. So what's the moral of the story? With skyrocketing social media usage, it's time to get online and get in front of your audience. Next week, we're going to share some ways that you can do that on Facebook and on Instagram. But in the meantime, I want to offer you a few different ideas. Be sensitive to the times. It's a rough time for a lot of people. People are out of work, people are furloughed, people have lost their jobs, people have had their hours cut to nothing. You got to be sensitive to that and be compassionate in what you're doing online. Companies that are compassionate are going to see a huge return on that. This morning, I watched a Lexus ad where they didn't even talk about cars. They talked about how they weren't car people and how they're people. And that kind of messaging is very strong right now. Adjust your scheduling on posts to compensate for work schedule changes. So now that more people are off during the day, maybe you need to rethink about the times that you're posting or the days that you're posting. Think about social causes now. Get involved with something. We just launched a campaign where we're giving away free marketing services to restaurants that are suffering. Incorporate some kind of social cause into your marketing, and that could be a huge game changer for you. Be able to react in time. Things are changing minute by minute now. There's different restrictions, different companies are closing, different industries are shutting down. You got to be able to react that quickly and think about your business and how it might change based on those closures. Think about revisiting your messaging and pivoting if necessary. If your business has only done one thing for its entire history and now it's not possible because of the closures or because of just the pandemic in general, maybe you have to think about your messaging and thinking, well, maybe I need to change something to be more accessible and really create that connection with audience members now. It's also important to think about your business model and think about any possible new products or services that you can offer. Try to incorporate online technology into your business model. It can be a game changer. So say, for instance, you are that gym. You can't have people coming into your gym and working out. Think about those online videos. It's a great way to keep your customers engaged in this time where you can't be seeing them on a daily basis. Also, make a real effort to share information online. People are consuming information in droves right now. That's what we're doing right here in these videos. We've taken time out of our days and just said, let's spend time educating our customers and educating our neighbors on how to be more effective online as a service to those people. So make an effort to go ahead and share information online because it's a time when people are consuming that information. And plus, you can only watch so much TV every day. Sometimes you want to escape to somewhere where you can learn something. Also, look at your toolbox and think about things that you've had available to you, but you haven't done because you didn't have time. I've wanted to do this video series for a long time, but being so busy on a daily basis and being in the office, I couldn't do it. Now I can do it. So think about your business, think about some of the things you've had access to and say, okay, well, now that I have a little bit extra time, I can bring these new options into play. And pick up those projects that have been on the back burner and bring them back to the front side and think about how they can help your business. These are very trying times. No one knows really what's going on, day after day. And it's important for us as a business to go ahead and be flexible and to think about ways where we can take these trying times and turn them around to build stronger and more effective businesses. If you need help with that, that's what we do here at Boxless. We'd love to help you out. Drop us a line and we'd be happy to have a conversation.